Oh,
Just when you thought.
yeah, just when you thought it was safe to come out and turn your TV on.
As y'all know, Richie Redneck Pimp, Bad Man of Comedy here. Like I say,
Uh,
welcome all to Tuesday night. This is the WO Radio Show.
Yep.
And I'm here as usual, man, my compadre.
yeah,
And I notice we're both getting up in age because
yeah,
we just hate everything.
yeah. I know. I love getting old because your filter goes away and you just really don't give a shit.
Yeah, and somebody like, well, what if somebody jumps on you? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You don't know what an old man's packing.
You feel that froggy jump.
Yeah, if you feel that necessary to do so, let's just have a conversation.
Yeah. Hey, and
Woo-hoo.
never judge a book by its cover.
That's
There's
right.
a lot written in the pages that count.
That's right. We're waiting on Devil Doc to show up. If
Yep.
he does, he hadn't contacted me, but he should be coming up here in a little bit. Other than that, we're going to get right into what we do.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what time it is.
Yes.
Well, I've got to do my rant.
Okay.
Okay, and I wrote this down because I want to make sure I say this properly. And today's topic is going to be about terms, but I'm going to get into one here.
Mhm.
First of all, before you start, thank Operation Veteran Barbecue, our sponsor, Matt
Yes.
Brooks. Thank you, brother, for keeping everything going for us. Thank you very much.
Very
Also, thank you, Travis Eldridge. You paid the rent for 1 month here at the building. No one asked you to do that. You did that out of your pocket. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you for that. I am tired of a term that people use all the time when they don't want something to come in their area.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my property values go down.
Oh,
Let me clarify that.
okay.
If you're not selling your house,
Yeah.
then what the hell knows about your property
Well,
values?
yeah.
Your property values go up. Guess what else goes up? Your taxes on that damn thing, okay?
That's right.
Okay? So if you're not going to sell your house, come up with the term to say, I don't want that in here because they're scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell the truth. Stop using your property values. First of all, it's annoying as shit. Knowing every one of you damn well know you don't want to pay any higher taxes if you don't have to pay the taxes.
So just let it ride.
Yeah, I don't how else can I put this? Shut it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That was so good. I feel better now.
I got one about tea for next week.
Oh, okay.
They say they sell the best delicious tea, and you go in there and it's old and been sitting too long.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that ought to be an ass whipping on the fence.
I think there's mold floating on top of this thing.
Anyway.
Oh.
Two topics tonight. One we'll cover now, one we'll cover later because he's leaving. He's got a half a day today, as usual.
Yeah.
Well, not
yeah,
as usual.
yeah,
As second Tuesday. I meant the second Tuesday every month as usual. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Just some random shit going on here. One of the terms that you and I have talked about off air, and we'll talk about here again, and this is from the ladies. Ladies, I'm tired of hearing you say, my body. I can do what I want. It's my body.
Mhm.
And only use that. Now, it's okay to use that, but when you're just using that for a convenient way to get out of something, I'm tired of hearing that. Because none of you, I didn't hear one, it's my body, when they were making you get the vaccination you didn't want. Okay. But then you use it on for abortion. Okay. It's my body. I have abortion if I want to. Okay. Or if junk comes up in schools, okay, cartoon porn or whatever it is in schools, right? You say, what's my body?
Yep.
I want to read it.
Some of these books that they lock people up for having in there.
17-year-olds having sex with a 12-year-old, somebody going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So my body, my choice.
Yeah. I ain't wearing that stupid mask.
My body, my choice.
body, my choice.
But did the government honor that?
No,
No, the government didn't honor
You
that.
got to wear that. Okay, fine.
But now they honor it though when they say abortion. Also said, oh, now it's women's choice. Okay. Now it's also women's choice. They drug that tea out of Harvard.
Oh.
1776.
Mhm.
It's fixing to go back to that time.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that term? You think it's? I mean, I understand the principle of the term, but when you use it out of the context, it's just annoying.
It's situational ethics.
Okay.
Okay. Situational ethics. I'm going to use it when it's going to benefit me. Don't care about anybody else, but I'm going to use it to benefit me. In other words, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Okay, fine. Then make it all the way across. But don't find a scapegoat with situational ethics. And that's all it is. My opinion, for what it's worth.
A man tried to use that very saying. They laughed him out of the house.
Mhm.
I know a man who didn't want a vasectomy. He got it because his wife and his mother and his sister beat him down about it. They wrote him. Where was my body, my choice there?
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
You know, he didn't want to get a vasectomy. You know,
And
a woman, same thing. If you don't want to get your tubes tied, don't.
No.
But, you know, we got consequences for everything to do. Just get rid of the consequences. Okay. That being said, it's a convenient thing, and I think we ought to watch how we say it. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, women use the context of this. My wife, I like watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I still watch wrestling. Stone Cold's gone, but I like watching wrestling anyway. Now, the women dress kind of scantily clad. Not all of them,
No.
but majority of them dress scantily clad. Okay. Drives my wife nuts. And she reminds me of a quote from Patsy Cline.
Okay.
If a woman has to show her body to sing or entertain, she ain't very good.
No. They do things to distract from the fact that they have no talent.
They do. But there's women walk around in public, everything hanging out, just barely covered. Okay. My body, my choice. Okay. Then stop crying to me and saying, I wish men wouldn't look at me as like a piece of meat. Stop showing it off. Yes, men need to eyes up here thing. Okay, I'll agree with that. But don't walk around with making where Victoria ain't got no secrets left. She don't. I mean, Victoria's secrets. What secrets?
Ain't nothing left there. My big thing told my daughter, I says, don't turn yourself into a billboard.
People, what do you do to billboards? You read them.
Yeah. Don't if you don't want to be approached, then don't be a billboard. Simple as that.
You said women's wrestling is better than men's wrestling, kind of like women's beach volleyball. The women's NBA used to be better to watch. It's not now. It's terrible basketball to watch now. Because women used to shoot better than men. They were actually pure shooters of the ball. Yeah. They know it was dunk. Now it's just terrible.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not a basketball fan. I'm sorry. I'll make a lot of people mad out there at that comment, but I could care less about basketball. Basketball just does not.
You're not a
doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry.
You're not a basketball aficionado?
No.
You like that word aficionado?
Oh, yeah. You looked that one up, did you?
I did.
Okay.
I had that grandkid spell it for me.
Can't spell it, but I looked it up.
Fish. Fish. No.
Yeah. And write it like it sounds. Don't worry about the correct spelling.
Well, I haven't spelled it correct so long. It's as usual. Another one.
My autocorrect's turned off tonight. Okay.
Yeah. Another one that really gets me, and you were talking about this over here. Stop with the breaking news.
Okay.
3 days later, it ain't breaking news no more.
No, it's already starting to heal up.
As a matter of fact, it ain't even news no more. Okay, it's in the history books. Okay, yeah. It's followed under this day in history now. Okay, stop with that breaking news shit, and they'll pound that to the ground.
Oh yeah,
on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, whatever you got out there to get your news from, they'll pound that on the ground. Wow, the Eagles traded the guy 3 days ago. No shit.
And then they'll say breaking news, and you go to read it, and it is something just so stupid, ridiculous that
you don't even care.
Nobody cares about it. Who cares?
I don't
breaking news that your bread fell in the oven because somebody bumped the oven, and who cares?
Yeah, some news ain't worth.
Nothing ain't worth your time. Dumb stuff.
Yeah, some news is
just something to catch you, so they can get somebody to read. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Breaking news: Donald Trump talks shit to people. Really? Like Donald, but he does need to shut up sometimes.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, but I don't need to hear about it 2 years later. Breaking news: Donald Trump's rude. No kidding. Wow. What are they going to do next? Breaking news: Jesse James is dead.
You think?
Wow. Yeah, he got 1888, buddy. My Robert Ford. Anyway, if I can tell you about the news before it's breaking, it ain't breaking news. We're tired to reach out to the man who died. That's because they buried him 3 days ago.
That is right.
Uh,
Breaking news on news that's so old it stinks.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
News.
yeah, that never gets old. I don't care.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
And we got a new. By the way, we got another sister. I found another sister.
You found another relative.
I did. I did. And compliments of Denise Maddox. Her and Dean Cerny had to get it where I could put it in my phone. So thank you, Dean Cerny. Thank you, Denise Maddox.
Yes.
And we'll get to her in just a second.
Oh.
Because, yeah.
You're going to have to read most of these comments because after the doctor poked my eyes with needles today, I ain't seeing too good.
Oh, so far we're caught up. So
Mama had to drive me everywhere. So anyway.
Well, hey, ain't no room being chauffeured once in a while. You sit over and smile.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, that's
That's
good.
right.
That's good.
What was that show? That's right.
That's
I'm
right.
bad.
We bad. We
We
bad.
bad. We bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
breaking.
Sorry,
news.
we got sidetracked.
That's right. We're like
That's
that.
right.
Breaking news. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Breaking news. Dean Cerny watches WO radio show. Yeah, for
Yeah,
6
6
years now.
Won the mystery box how many times now?
Oh yeah, he's won it twice.
Twice, okay.
Back to back. Another
Yeah.
punk ass. So we got.
Yes, we got.
Personal property values.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you don't want something coming in and make your personal property value, you'll pay shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's legit, if you're going to sell your house, that's one thing. But if you're not going to sell your house, your personal property values doesn't make a difference because you don't it just drives me.
Yeah.
My body, my choice.
Okay.
I could see that one, but it's used in the wrong context. Okay.
Situational ethics.
Personal ethics. Breaking, like I said, breaking news.
Mm-hmm. You know what else gets me on this breaking news?
What up?
Every time there's a homicide,
Oh.
whether it's a homicide, I don't care what weapon they use, they always got to put a pistol up there.
Yeah.
At the homicide.
Yeah.
They could have been run over by a car, shot in the face with a bazooka, but they're going to put a handgun up there. That just really chaps my hiney hide. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. They could have been bludgeoned to death with a hammer, but they're going to put a gun up there.
The thing that's killed the most people since the dawn of time
Was a rock.
is a sharp object. Knife,
Sharp object,
axe,
rock,
whatever. Okay. You can
Starting-
Google that.
Yep. I mean,
You can Google that. Yeah, I remember we ain't had guns for a couple hundred years. We've had swords and knives for eons, right?
bows and arrows.
Bows and arrows. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
You know?
Spears, javelins, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I'm getting tired. That's the way when you walk into a convenience store or a public building, they say no weapons.
No weapons.
So one day, just because I was bored,
Bored.
I stood
Okay.
outside, knocked on the door, and I went. I stared. They're like, "Come in." I said, "Come here. I can't go in." But are you hurt? And limping? Like, no, I just can't go in. So they wouldn't come. I beat on the door again. The manager comes out and says, "Are you having something wrong with you?" I said, "No." It says no weapons in there. I got a business there, but I can't go in there. I'm a weapon. He's like, "Man, get in here." I said, "Do I have your permission to enter this establishment?"
Yeah. Do I?
He didn't think I was very funny. Okay. Didn't think I was very funny. Hey, don't register as a weapon at the courthouse. I never did.
That's right.
I want them to assume that I'm a weapon. Okay. But I was just bored that day. And, it's stupid. No weapons in this facility.
It's neat to get somebody's reactions once in a while, just for the heck of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I know this guy, his wife, they were into some weirdo shit. Okay. Okay. He liked to be treated as a pet sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And they said no pets in his building. So they went outside there. He had a leash on him. He just they were standing there. So she ties him to the little doorknob or whatever it was, right? She's going to take her business. What are you doing? He said, well, he's my pet. You can't bring my pet there. They're all looking like,
He's my furry.
He's my fur baby. Yeah.
He's my fur baby.
So they walked on. I'm thinking, whatever, man.
Okay. Whatever.
Do you, boo? Do you, man? Do you?
Whatever trips your trigger and
Hey.
cocks your hammer. Okay.
Hey, yeah. Hey, so take the stickers off the freaking walls. Those are always the buildings, it seems like to me, that have things happen in them.
Yeah. If you think about it.
You know?
Yeah.
Movie theaters, no guns allowed.
and that's why it gets shot up. Schools, no guns allowed.
Churches.
That's what
Well,
we're
now
doing.
some churches.
Oh, some are
now,
packing.
Well, we'll get to that here later on down the
Yeah,
road.
yeah,
I got a religious guy coming in here to talk with us. But some churches you don't want to go in there and act like a fool. Okay. Everybody down. No, you down. And you might hear some language. Mother, get on your ground, mother. Hey, I was just kidding. The Lord bless you and keep you.
Repent.
You're fixing to meet him in just a second.
We're having a come to Jesus meeting here.
Quickly. Dean says, breaking news. George Washington elected the first president of the United States.
No. Dang. Andy Jackson lost to him?
Thank you for that, Dean.
Thank you, Dean. That's great. We were worried about that. We thought the election was rigged.
Yeah, well, okay. Well,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
All right, we'll get on. We'll do some of these memes here. He ain't here with his dummy of the week, but I got a backup plan for dummy of the week.
Oh, you do?
A virtual dummy of the week.
Virtual.
Yeah, it's video only. Video dummy of the week.
Oh, okay.
But first, we want to do our what is it? We didn't do it a while ago. We'll do it now.
No.
My wife swears to God, you got to cut that with put some whipped cream on that. She goes, don't she goes, that some type of cake.
I don't know.
Well, maybe. But all right, there's your what is it now? Here's a couple. This here's called in our memes. Seems legit.
Seems legit. Okay.
They taped it so it hold. Not even real tape.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
What's that tape going to? That's like stretchy. What's that tape going to do?
Where's Mike Holmes when you need him?
Oh man. All right, here's
okay.
This was the truth. My father raising me. My father with my kids. Oh, leave them alone. My grandbabies. What are you doing? I'm kind of guilty of that. I'll tell my daughters, hey, well, you take care of them, Dad. Nah, that's your business. Woo-hoo. Okay.
Oh,
These next couple guys vote. Okay.
they do.
3 humans trying to unlock a card to get the keys out. Mind you, the plastic tape on the back window.
With the duct tape.
What the hell is that? And that's it. Listen, I'm a professional unlocker, car unlocker. Okay? I got the same kit.
Yeah.
I do that. I got the same kit. They don't have a razor knife.
I think they finger tear a hole in it.
What the hell? That little boy looks like he's got a pocket knife in his pocket or something in his pocket. He can rip a hole in it.
Reach in there and unlock it.
And he's probably getting up an age because he got the bald spot. So
Oh.
they vote. Oh, they got a woman trying to help him. I assume that's a woman.
Well,
Got a big old bun. Yeah.
I don't know. It might be a guy bun.
You got to be shitting me. These are one of the people I'd be looking at like, oh no, just get back.
I wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd.
Yeah, no, just stop.
Oh, stop. Quit.
That's one of them. Just you guys are. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get some. Right here. This is another sister. Compliments of Denise Maddox and Dean Cerny for sending it to me. Watch and listen.
What's wrong? What are you
My
doing?
throat hurts so bad.
Okay. So what?
Wait, do what you just did again.
Wait.
Do what you did again, Alyssa.
Are you serious?
Just
What do you mean?
Just
Are
do
you
it.
serious?
Do
Wait,
it one more
hold on,
time.
wait.
It's a throat spread.
She's spread all over
Are you serious? You're serious. Right now.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to go home? My throat hurts.
Your throat's sore. She's. Do it one.
It says spray on your.
Yeah, show me how you think that works.
You spray on your throat.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's tingling.
Let me know how that works.
I don't even.
Sprinkle some holy water on that girl.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here's a little bit of some Chuck Norris.
So I went in and I bent down and I petted him, and all of a sudden you heard this like that. So the trainer says, get up very slowly and back up. So the tiger did. He slowly got up and backed out.
So the tiger
got
did.
up.
He's a
That's
bad
great.
man in the animal world. How? How? They vote, Dean. Okay.
They vote. Yes, that's
Yes.
how.
Yes, these people.
This is what these are the hands that our country is in at this time. Oh, comedy show.
We got two of them actually.
Yeah.
That's one thing I forgot to put in there. But we got one the next day. So we're going to be in Hamilton, Missouri, March 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's adult show. $10 a head to get in. It's in the Hamilton Bowling Alley, 601 South Hughes, Hamilton, Missouri. We have on store for that night Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda. Roy Anthony's going to MC this one. And then myself bring up the rear. Okay. There'll be a 50-50 raffle. Food and drinks will be there. And there'll even be green beer if you like to drink green beer on St. Patrick's Day. The next night, three of us are going to be in Trenton, Missouri at Chumley's. Okay. I'll have a flyer for you and I'll put it on our website also. And on that show is Richard Montano, Roy Anthony, and myself. I'm going to be hosting that show. Okay. And bring the career on that. And the owner of the bar, he's going to get 10 minutes. He's going to start out with a 10-minute segment. So,
okay.
So, and that's free for you to get in. That's free for you to get into that show. All right. It's at Trenton, Missouri at the bar over there in Chumley's. All right. So that's the next night. So one of us is going to be tired.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all drink too much green beer on Friday night. You can come right here to the old school upstairs above the basement here where we're in our studio. And you can come to the VFW's pancake and sausage breakfast. And there'll be a veteran service officer there.
There you go.
And so any of you veterans coming up here for the spring fling that Saturday here at the old school on the 18th, bring your DD214 with you, and we'll see what type of benefits that you're entitled to and money compensation for your service. Doesn't matter when you served, bring that with you. They'll be there helping you out. And it's just a free will donation there. So come to our hangover breakfast.
Nice.
And free will donation and have pancake, sausage, juice, coffee, milk. So there you go. Tell all you guys the comedy show there to come visit us there on Saturday morning from 9 till 11.
9 till 11. All
Yeah,
right.
there you go. There's a plug.
There you
All right. You see?
By the way, if you all can feel in your hearts maybe to make a donation to help W Entertainment Network and W Entertainment Radio Show, stay afloat, keep things going. Up here up top of your boom, right there.
Right there.
Right there. There's a little barcode there. You scan it, you go your phone, you open up your pictures, like you take a picture of it, and it pops up, gives you instructions what to do. You click on that, make a donation to Comedy Vets. That's Congress District 2. And that'll help. We sure appreciate it. Kind of help out the funds a little bit.
Help us come out here and bore you all to death.
Yes. If you see your way clear, we appreciate it.
Yep.
And again, I want to thank Matt Brooks, Operation Veterans Barbecue, for keeping the StreamYard going and the Springer. Man, brother, we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Bet.
All right. Now we're going to get into a couple more here. And I brought Typhoon Panda performing on the 18th because this is one of Typhoon's skits. All right. He's getting on TikTok now. He's getting it rolling. And he just does some goofy little skits. And here's one of them. This is Typhoon Panda.
I'm about to come up there and beat your ass.
You ain't gonna do shit, Papa.
I'm about to beat your ass.
You ain't gonna be able to get me.
You think I ain't gonna beat your ass? Here I come.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Take control.
I'm coming. Pull them pants down. Ooh, get this damn boy. Shit.
I told you weren't gonna get me.
I'm coming. I'm gonna beat your ass. Mm-hmm.
Make me come all the way to the top of these stairs.
Make me right there.
3 hours
Handicap
later.
elevator. 3 hours later. What was that, Trump Plaza? Tear that ass apart.
You didn't think I was gonna make it, did you? You didn't think I was gonna. I love you.
I love you. That's Typhoon Panda.
Oh, that's great.
Typhoon Panda.
That's great.
Yeah,
3 hours
he's going to
later.
be with us on March 18th in Trenton, Missouri. 9 o'clock's the show. No, so I happen to be 9 o'clock the night prior, too, at the Bowling Alley.
Oh, yeah.
So some late shows going on here. That's all right.
There you go.
That's okay. I'll be suck it up and get ready to go. But you guys come out there and show your support, get some love to the comedy vets and W Entertainment. We'll make you laugh.
Yep.
Get back at it. I've been hitting it pretty hard.
And
the house protected.
And if you don't laugh, we'll say you should have.
That's right. We'll lie about it. Say,
Oh,
had a good time,
they had a great time. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Okay. By the time he gets up there, the kid already graduated from college and moved on. Yeah, I told him, Dan, I said, damn time you get up the steps, he's going to be shaving. But we're going to see his wife in the hospital having her baby. Come on, man. But,
Yeah.
Carl Lewis, thank you for joining us, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Glad to see you here. Thank you for joining us. So that was a little Typhoon Panda.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Well, we're going to do our virtual dummy of the week.
Okay.
It's in 3 segments, maybe 4.
Wow.
Maybe 4.
Mm.
3 segments, okay? And they're not very long, a couple minutes apiece, a little over a couple minutes apiece. All right, here we go. This is segment number 1.
Okay, we need something lighter for a minute. So, you know, there are times in this job and career that you know it has to be true because you can't even make it up. So let me introduce you to Martin Gonzalez Garcia. This guy is not scheduled to be able to complete college as a Rhodes Scholar. All right? This guy may be like the dumbest person on the face of the earth. I mean, I'm just guessing. Thinking out loud, you know. But on the 29th of December, at about 1:10 in the morning, we get an alarm at a Dollar General out in Poinciana. And we respond to the alarm and find there's been a burglary and a theft. So we start the investigation, and we have some video of the guy who breaks into the store. Well, the manager looks at this video and goes, well, I recognize that guy. I talked to him about a cell phone. He wanted a cell phone. Interestingly enough, there's a cell phone stolen from the burglary. And not only that, he asked about employment. I gave him an application. Well, not only that, I got his phone number. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I said? I didn't stutter. We had his phone number, and the deputy who's investigating it go, yeah, I recognize that guy from the neighborhood. So we look for him all through the night, and the night shift goes home. They come back to work that night. Now, look, I know, look, y'all look at me. I'm not drinking, okay? I'm not on intoxicating drugs. At 18:55 hours at night, we get a 911 hang-up. A 911 call. Did you hear that? A 911 call. I'm sober as most judges right now. We get a 911 call. Our deputies respond to Cardinal Street in Poinciana to a vacant house with a for sale sign in the yard.
All right, this is going. Here's the second segment.
So we're checking the house. That's where the 911 call came from. The sliding glass door is open. So we go in and we check it out. And voila, there's Martin, along with his girlfriend, Alicia Ocaso. She's 22. That's right, they're in the house. So we go in and we, of course, take them into custody. Martin confesses to both of the burglaries. Ashlis, she confesses to her burglary that they're in the house. And here's what she said.
Wait for it.
I swear she said this.
Wait for it.
It's hard for me to even get this out. She dialed 911 to have a deputy come there to help them move their belongings and take them to the airport so that they could fly back to New York. They don't like it in Florida anymore. Did you hear? Did you hear that? Did you hear that she dialed 911 from inside the house that they'd broken into so we could help them pack up and give them a ride to the airport so they could return to New York?
It don't work that way.
You have to be from New York to do something like that. Or you could have been from Baltimore because he used to be there. Or he has an outstanding warrant in Cleveland, Ohio. You could be from Cleveland. But for some reason, I don't think, even as inclined as Baltimore and New York is to not enforce the law, that you would think it's okay to commit a burglary and dial 911 to catch a ride out of the place. That's right. They didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Well, there is something wrong with it. You know, in New York, they're not going to hold you responsible for a minor burglary like that with nothing stolen out of the house. You know, they're going to let you go or have no jail bail, or I don't know what their deal is up there, but newsflash, they weren't in New York. They weren't in Baltimore. They weren't in Cleveland.
Breaking news.
They were in Polk County,
Breaking
Florida.
news.
And in Polk County, Florida, we lock you up.
Breaking news.
Before I get to the other part, I gotta hold on. 911 was your emergency. Yes, we need somebody to come help pack us up. We're tired of being here. We want to go back home. Don't mind our warrants and the fact we just ripped off a couple joints. Can we get somebody, please? Yeah, just a second. Hold on.
Don't matter. We're calling you from a house we just burglarized.
Yeah, house we just burglarized too. Yeah, we're squatting in. Probably squatting in. Yeah. Dispatcher. Yeah, just a second. I have a man on the way. Oh, thank you very much. You've been so kind. Holy crap. How does he make sense? I did a lot of drugs and even I can't leave them. Oh my God, Dean, I don't know, brother. Breaking news: the police department won't help you move. No, dumb as shit. It ain't done yet.
Yeah.
It ain't done yet. Hold on.
Hey, we're gonna help you move, all right.
Yeah.
Right down to the county.
Yeah, we got a place for you.
Yeah.
New phone, new cell phone, girlfriend. We took all of that stuff, and we gave him a ride. It wasn't to the airport. It was to the county jail.
You think?
But given the circumstances in New York City, hey, maybe the county jail in Polk County is better than New York City. It's certainly safer than New York City. So I have seen some craziness in my life, but if this is the beginning of 2023, we've got a lot of craziness to see this year. But I don't know of anyone who's ever said, hey, I'm in the middle of a burglary here, but I'd like a ride to New York. Can you take me to the airport? She said that. We thought she was kidding. She wasn't. Now, you can go ahead and ask any questions you want, but I don't know how to make sense out of that. I guess you say, well, what do you think, honey? Well, we're not in New York anymore. Give me a kiss goodbye, because we're not going to get to stay in the same jail cell in Polk County.
This ain't New York, Toto.
It's crazy.
You good man.
Y'all have a
Sheriff.
good day. Help us catch these bad guys that are shooting up innocent children.
Are there any other descriptions of cars or anything?
Not yet. We have some information, but we haven't focused it down. I mean, we're doing the This is a shoe leather type of investigation.
All right, he's talking about an end of the one there.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say something. Somebody asked him a question about how you supposed to treat him. Don't you think it'd be better if you start giving them some psychological evaluations and let them kind of run things and maybe be nice to them, give them ice cream and stuff to hardened criminals?
Yeah.
This is what he had to say about that. It's only about 30 seconds long.
Listen, that's a bunch of hooey. That soft and cuddly feeling, we're going to hug a thug, and if we give them, another popsicle and an icy and a day out at the park, they're going to be good. Y'all need to wake up.
Yep.
These dudes are taking y'all for fools. These are hardcore gangsters, gangbangers. They'll eat your ice cream on Saturday and shoot up the rivals on Saturday night.
That's right.
Any questions?
Going to eat your lunch and take your milk money. Kids today don't understand that part, but anyway.
$10 says I know who they voted for.
Yeah.
No bet, Dean.
No
No
bet.
bet, because no.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Biden fans got arrested for squatting in the house that they're ripping off. And I bet they were like, man, I bet when as soon as the cops came through the door, they were singing like pigeons. And I bet she used that cell phone they ripped off to call for backup.
Probably did. Probably used a stolen phone to call 911.
And if they can't get a police record for that, that's going to show. Oh yeah, they used a stolen call. Well, did she make any calls? Matter of fact, she did make a call, Your Honor.
What are you in for, buddy?
Oh yeah, imagine that conversation in jail.
Yeah. Imagine that one.
Before you
What
pick up the soap, buddy. What are you in here for? What? I mean, when you have other inmates go, what the hell is wrong with you? You ain't right. You ain't right at all. So that guys was my virtual dummy of the week. You big dummy. And that guy, since there were two of them, that was big dummies.
Big dummies.
Big dummies. Yeah.
Big dummies. The sheriff Grady's right. You can't make this up.
No.
You can't make this up.
No, I had to listen to it first. I'm like, what is he? So I downloaded one, then I downloaded the other. And I'm like, okay, this is going on.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you all, show of hands out there, how many of you all thought of this lady right here?
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
That's because their new cell phone they ripped off was discontinued. Verizon said, nope. Dean said, I wonder if they know the guy that got his drugs stolen from and called the cops. Dude,
yeah.
That's happened more than once.
Yeah, that has.
There was a guy here in Missouri. Okay, his dad gave him a vintage gun.
Mm-hmm.
If it's of a certain age, you don't have it registered by the police.
No.
Okay.
Anything over 100 years.
Yeah. Well, this gentleman, I'll be nice. This gentleman bore a hole through the butt stock of this thing all the way up and packed it full of drugs. Okay. He left it in the car. Somebody broke into his car and seen his rifle and stole it. Okay. He was hot. I mean, he was calling, and the cop said, man, that's a pretty nice gun. I see why you're all upset. He said, well, I'm not upset about the damn gun. It's the drugs in the gun.
The drugs in the gun.
The deputy stopped him, and he leaned back and said, don't move. He had to go outside, slapped himself 3 times. The deputy did. He goes, did he just tell me what? Hold on. So he goes back in. He goes, well, where were you at? He said, well, I'll tell you where I lived. Well, conveniently where he lived, there was a cigar shop / pop place.
Pop place.
Okay, right across
Yeah.
smoke pop and cigars and get your weed on, whatever. Happened to have a camera facing that way. Okay. So they recognized the guy. They went down to his house, knocked on his door, and he says, want that gun he stole. And he tried to be all slick. I didn't steal no gun. The cop said, look, dude, Okay. Not only just steal a gun, right? It's got about $50,000 worth of drugs in the barrel. He said, hold on a second. He shot his ass upstairs, right? Grabbed the rifle. I didn't know about no damn drugs. I'm good for the theft and all. So then he told on himself. Okay? So they got both them guys for possession of narcotics and the other one for breaking and entering. So he's got a B. The sheriff told the deputy, goes, man, there's no way in hell. He said, Sheriff, what am I to do? He goes, you're just smile, buddy. You're getting a bonus. You know? This is a great bust.
And you'll get a promotion next week.
So then the guy said, oh, it gets better. Then the guy downstairs goes, so when do I get my gun back? The sheriff comes in and goes, buddy, you got any next of kin? Because that's who's going to get that gun. And by the way, we're taking the contents out of it. He's like, but it's my drugs. The sheriff's like, and he got quiet. And he was telling, I was fucking in the floor. He was like, I got quiet. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't your drugs now.
Not no
They're
more.
part of the state of Missouri. Yeah. He goes, well, you guys gonna get high on my drugs? And the deputy's like, after this incident, I seen them guys in that little bitty shack talking about what they found, talking about the story I was buying. I was telling myself, I was down on one knee. I'm like, man, I might need some medical attention. Oh, I feel my heart skipping. This is insane.
That's too good.
He goes in front. He goes in front of the judge. Thanks to the judge for giving his weapon to his brother. Okay, his brother had the bore fixed on it, like pristine and cleaned up, beautiful gun. By the way, right? Yes, the judge. Judge, I got $45,000 worth of powder. Where'd it go? Judge said, "You're still on this. Let me explain it to you. You're not getting it back.
Yeah.
And by the time you get out of prison, it's going to be stale. He said, so you mean I can't have it back? And Judge says, what kind of stupid are you? You are just sit. And the judge got mad. He goes, sit down. Just
sit.
Sheriff, come here. Introduce him to his new accommodations for a while until I'm done in here. He made him wait. This was at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
He made him wait to 3 o'clock court. The last guy to deal with him. Now he got ankle. It wasn't much. He got 5 years. When he came out from doing 5 years, he had to do a lot of time on with an ankle bracelet, shit like that, right? Which is whatever. But a guy like that needs some help.
He needs help. Get it at Charter. If you don't get it at Charter, get it somewhere.
Guys, he could have called one of us on here. We could have helped.
Yeah, we could have helped him. We could have got him through that.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? Before that incident, the guy voted. Yeah. Who in their right mind would sit and ask the judge, when can I get my powder back? The sheriff, I've known him for a while. We've met. Okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to clothesline him. Okay. He's not one of them guys that assault people, but he wanted so bad.
Yeah.
To educate him with a nightstick, educate him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And at that point, I don't think I'd have had a problem with that.
That's what we used in my day.
We
carried nightsticks.
I would have like slapped shit up the way he did that gun.
Yeah.
Boring a hole in that beautiful
gun, like
1890 Spencer, I think it was.
Oh mercy!
Who in the right mind
would destroy an antique gun like that?
A Spencer rifle.
Oh, jeez.
If you know anything about Spencer rifles, go back and look at some Western shows. These are back in that day, they were the quality.
They were the cream of the crop on the rifle.
Smith and Wesson's ass. These were top notch. And this guy gets it. I can't do no more.
Smith and Wesson and Henry and Winchester all cut their teeth on Spencer.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, you got to leave.
I got to say adios, bios con dias.
All right, guys.
Top.
The commander's leaving. He'll be back.
I'm leaving. I'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, buddy.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.
Stupid should be painful. It should be painful. That's right. Yeah. All right, guys. Take care, brother. We'll see you.
Brother. Be good.
All right, man. Guys, that's the Alan Reed, the commander. He's going upstairs now. So I guess it's going to be us for a little bit here. Kind of looking at who's tuning in. We got people on our Twitch account. A couple people, thank you for tuning in. We got W Entertainment tuning in, brother. We appreciate that. Share the show out. we're going to do some other things here real quick. Get to our second topic. Now, this next topic is going to piss some people flat off when we get to it. It's going to, I've heard all I can hear about it, and I gotta say some things. So, but before we get to the topic, we're going to do some on this day. On this day. All right, let me see. I'll go here and then share screen. Woohoo! Where's it on this day? This. All right, guys, here we go. All right, on March the 7th, 1965, in Selma, Alabama, a 600-person civil rights demonstration ends in violence when marchers are attacked and beaten by white state troopers and sheriff deputies. This day's events became known as Bloody Sunday. The demonstrators, led by civil rights activist John Lewis of the Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee, and I hope I don't mess his name up, Hosa Williams of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, were commemorating the recent fatal shooting of Jimmy Lee Jackson, a 26-year-old church deacon, by State Trooper James Barnard Fowler. The group planned to march the 54 miles from Selma to Montgomery, the state capital. Just as they crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge outside of Selma, they were ordered to disperse. Moments later, police assaulted them with their tear gas, bullwhips, and billy clubs. Later, then 25, was one of the 17 marchers hospitalized. Dozens more were treated for injuries. The violence was broadcast on TV and recanted in a newspaper, spurring demonstrations in 80 cities across the nation within days. On March 9th, Martin Luther King Jr. led more than 2,000 marchers to the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and I hope I'm saying that bridge name right. Forgive me if I'm not. On March 15th, President Lyndon B. Johnson spoke on the need for voting reform, something activists in Selma had long been fighting for. There is no issue of state rights on national rights. There is only the struggle for human rights. We have already waited 100 years and more, and the time for waiting is gone. So that's some of the rhetoric, that was put on there. Here's another piece. Dr. King was completed the march to Montgomery along with 2,500 demonstrators on March 25th under the protection of the U.S. military and the FBI. The route is now the U.S. National Historic Trail. Probed by what Johnson called the outrage of Selma, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was signed into law 5 months later with the purpose to right the wrong. Lewis became a U.S. congressman from Georgia in 1986. He died in 2020. Now, if you talk about this, some people get angry with you, right? And they want to know what side you're on. Really? There's still sides anymore? Because I'm going to tell you something about Dr. King. Not only was Dr. King fighting for black rights, obviously, he was fighting for everybody's rights. Okay? Because if y'all remember, where I'm from, there was no black people around. Rednecks were getting their asses kicked. White people were getting their asses kicked. Okay? Anybody of color. It's just what it was. Sheriffs and the law and the government did what they wanted to do to you. If they didn't like you, if you're poor, poor was a big thing. Poor was a sin. Poor was a sin. Even though the government is what made a lot of people poor. Poor was a sin. And so Dr. King was fighting for a lot of things. So you can say what you want about Selma and all that, but there you go. That happened in this day in history. All right. Yeah, it wasn't John Lewis congressman. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So we got that going on. Okay. All right. Ain't no other way to get involved in this deal, but just come right out and talk about this. Guys, share this out. We got the music below. Share it out there and then go. I want to welcome everybody that's on the Veterans Revolt Radio. Veterans Revolt Radio. We now launched on Veterans Revolt Radio also, so you can catch us on there as well. There's some things happening with some other networks. I won't get into it, but that's a brand new network started up. Go over and hit like, share, Veterans Revolt Radio. Go over and give a like and share. Tell them what you think. All right. Okay, let's get back over here. There's some things I want to play you about this transgender conversation in America. All right. Now, understand something. I'm not here to tell you how to be. Because, quite frankly, I don't care. If you want to, if you're an adult and you want to dress a certain way and do certain things, I fought for your right. I fought for your right. What I'm getting pissed about is the delusion in this country about this. Okay, the delusion of how the Bible's wrong, and I'm not going to get into a religious thing with you, but if I can find it, I want to play a clip about a gentleman trying to tell us about his theory about the Bible and things, and let me see if this is it.
This is the wrong question. The correct question is, where does the Bible condemn LGBT relationships? And the answer is nowhere.
Leviticus 18:22. Man, I don't mean to be didactic about this, but it's like right there. Anyway, continue. And it doesn't condemn relationships. It condemns homosexual activity.
Now, you're going to name the 6 clobber passages, the verses that conservatives claim condemn LGBT relationships. But if you actually look at those verses in their culture context, in their literary context, and in their original language, you will quickly find out after a 20-minute Google search that none of those verses actually refer to what we're talking about when we talk about modern, loving, same-sex relationships. Instead, they're condemning a practice known as temple prostitution or sexual exploitation and abuse.
Wrong.
Those are things that should be condemned. But loving consensual LGBT relationships, they're not an affront to God, but a reflection of God's own love. They're a reflection of God's own creativity. And there's not a single place in the scriptures where our love, our marriages, or our being is condemned.
Okay, no one's condemning anybody's being. People are condemning sin. When the Bible has an entire list of sexual sins, and it includes among those what's called in Hebrew mishkav zachar, lying with a male is one would lie with a female in Leviticus, the text is clear. Now, you may not like the text, you may not agree with the text, but the hijacking of the text to pretend it means something that it clearly does not is very silly. I'm sorry that the text makes you feel bad. I'm sorry that there are some people who think that activities that you enjoy pursuing or feel compelled to pursue or feel impelled to pursue, rather. I'm sorry there are people who make you feel bad about that. You don't get to hijack biblical text and pretend it says something that it absolutely does not. That is a violation of taking God's name in vain.
Now, I'm not going to talk about taking God's name in vain. I'm a non-denominational person. I'm very spiritual. I wouldn't say I'm religious. Okay. However, this country is based on Christianity, and the book says one thing. People are trying to change things to make it fit their way of life. Okay. Listen, if you want to be a sinner, I'm not going to judge you. Hell, I'm a sinner too. I might drink too much. I cuss a little bit. I'm not a perfect man. So I'm not going to judge you if you want to be sinner, but stop trying to make yourself feel better about what you're doing. If you don't like what you're doing, stop doing it. If you feel ashamed about it, stop doing it. People try to change science. People try to change science. You ain't not changing science, guys. If someone digs you up 100 years later and you're a male, you're a male. If they dig you up and you're a female, you're a female. Not knowing you, no care, no pictures in the casket, whatever. Just, that's the way it is. The problem is delusion. That's the problem I have with all this. The delusion. Okay. Here's and I got to apologize because some of these states always said it wasn't doing nothing about our children, right? I think Florida was the only one at the time when I looked at this said that Florida was the only state helping our children. Our children don't need to be told it's not okay to be a male, it's not okay to be a female. They're children. They can give a rabid buffalo's ass about all that. All I know is they pee and they poop. That's the only thing I care about down there, right? There are other things that they need to learn. But this, I owe a couple of states here an apology. Let me play this for you.
2 controversial bills are now law in Alabama.
Yeah, Governor Ivey signing a law banning medication for transgender youth, and doctors who break it face criminal penalties. In a statement the governor released just moments ago, it said in part, we should especially protect our children from these radical, life-altering drugs and surgeries when they are at such a vulnerable stage in life. Instead, let us all focus on helping them to properly develop into the adults God intended them to be. She also signed a bill requiring students use restrooms based on their gender at birth, saying in part, here in Alabama, men use the men's room and ladies use the ladies' room. It's really a no-brainer. The bill will also ensure our elementary school classrooms remain free from any kind of sex talk.
Way to go, Alabama. Just when you think you're the butt of every joke, you roll tide. You do something worthwhile. Good job, Alabama. And listen, again, I'm not saying you can't be transgender. No one's saying that. What I'm saying is leave the kids alone and quit being delusional about all this crap. All right? There's no science anywhere that says they can scrub that male chromosome out of your body or scrub that female chromosome out of your body. It can't happen. You are a man dressed like a woman, dressed like a woman. You're a woman will dress like a man, dressed like a man. That's been going on forever. No one's been making fun of them. We call them butch. Okay? Or guys want to do it, nobody cares. But when you start trying to change this stuff because you feel like you're doing something wrong and you want justification of what's going on, that's where we have a problem with. That's where the majority of the people have a problem with. And if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, guys, tell me. Tell me I'm wrong. Hit me in the comments, tell me I'm wrong and old-fashioned, whatever, but it's not. It's not. And the word culture, be careful how we use that word culture, okay? I heard it, that one weirdo talking about culture in the Bible and all this stuff. I've heard it again and again and again. I heard people start saying culture. Careful with that. Because Michael Vick, who was a quarterback in the NFL, Eagles and another team, I can't remember the other team right off the top of my head, maybe Falcons or something like that. Anyway, it was his culture to fight dogs, dog fighting, okay? People wanted dog fighting legal because it was their culture. Then everybody's like, no. We don't do that. We don't do that. They tried to get culture then. Nobody cared. Now we're bringing up culture now. Careful what you mean. It's culture to molest kids just because it happened. That's not a culture. That's nasty. So careful with that word culture. Okay. You know, I know a guy who's he's got a lot of different type of ethnicities in him. Okay. And they're talking about, well, we don't celebrate his culture, so I don't have to honor that one. No, you don't have to honor the culture. We're not honoring the culture. You're honoring, where he came from, where his blood, where he came from. Okay, so careful on the culture crap. All right, let's go to another topic here.
Remember that time that they used to make comic book movies that were fun and didn't lecture you on woke garbage? Remember that? Wasn't that nice? Like you watch the old Superman movies with Christopher Reeves, and you're like, oh wow, there's not a lot of politics to this. It's basically just Superman. And then you watch Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. And you're like, there might be some political messaging here, but it's pretty deeply buried. It mostly just seems thought-provoking. Well, now, the writers for the shows on Disney and in the Marvel Universe are basically just reading slate pitches and directly channeling them into the dialogue. So this show looks just garbage. I would be honest with you, ever since Disney decided to unleash the fact publicly that it was trying to indoctrinate kids in LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign queer theory. When they said that, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription, so I've not watched a single moment of Disney Plus since then. And it's one of the reasons why we here at Daily Wire have dedicated $100 million over 3 years to developing children's content, because it turns out that content for kids should basically just be content for kids.
People putting their money where their mouth is, huh? Okay. And then I'll play one more, and then we'll get to let's just talk here a little bit before we get to that one. What do y'all think? Is this stuff? I mean, is it gaining traction? Is it going to be everywhere all the time? Or are we going to do something about all this rhetoric? All right, and all this delusional stuff and all these flat lies. We can't change this and we can't change that, or this is being changed. They found a new scientific approach. No, they haven't. They're going to change or go keep going the same old crap. I mean, hopefully it changed. Listen, do what you want. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you smoke 12 packs of cigarettes a day. First of all, you're a chimney if you do. But if you do, so what? Be prepared for the fallout. Throat cancer, lung cancer, dying at a short age. But you do what you want to do. Right? You do what you want to do. You want to wear a dress? If you're a man, want to wear a dress, wear a dress. Some men don't need to wear a dress, by the way. Okay. Imagine me and Dean Cerny wearing a dress walking around as a woman. No. No. Little humor there. So, yeah. So what do we do? I think we're still live. It says we're live. Yeah. All right. Let's get on to the last one.
Oh, I was comparing the argument of transgender people to be a thing they are not to people who also claim to be a thing they are not. That was the argument.
So I wanted to ask, if we're a developed society and our mind thinks differently than other animals, shouldn't we have the ability to go to a higher level where we are able to overcome the societal constructs that have been created and create something in which each individual is happy instead of thinking that we have to go over the social construct?
So I don't think biology is a social construct, and I think the greatest way of finding unhappiness in your life is to go to direct war with biological reality. This is a very stupid thing. If you walk off the 99th floor of a building saying we've developed in our society to the point where really we should be able to transcend the laws of physics, about halfway down you're going to realize this is a very bad idea. And if you do the same thing with biology, saying that biology no longer matters because we in our Cartesian minds are able to have ourselves soar above the realities of biology, this is a very bad way of living your life that's going to end with an enormous amount of misery.
Yes, it is. An enormous amount of misery. Okay. And it's going to be a generational misery. Your kids going to be affected by this. Okay. I mean, I don't want to pass a law condemning what people say, because we probably should have passed that law a long time ago if we're going to do it. All right. We should have been reining in these politicians. Okay. Or these corporate members who want to lie and they say they need raises and they don't. Okay. If you make $150,000 a year and you're broke, there's something wrong with you. I mean, that's just a budget class. Just saying. So I know some people who function very nicely and have things with $45,000, $50,000 a year. Just saying. Okay. $150,000, I don't think you need to be filing bankruptcy. We shouldn't be. If you made some poor decisions, that's on you. But you know what? I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. All right. So where are we at? What do we do? What's going to happen? Don't know. The question I want to pose to all you guys watching. Are we going to have, because this has come up, and are we going to have an internal war? Not just a civil war. I mean, because civil war was against each other. I don't know. Call it civil unrest. War against our government. War against certain classes of people. Boy, I sure hope not. But or do you think somebody's going to come along and fix a lot of these things? You know. And question two: how are we going to fix it? By suppression? That's not right to people. How are we going to address these issues? You guys. Go on and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I mean, I'm over here looking at a couple things here, and just newsfeed, just chock full of things. Okay, just chock full of things. Chock full of things, over and over and over again. Dean Cerny, he said, they're putting troops in Ukraine to fort off war here. That makes no sense. All that money we have spent. I heard somebody the other day. I don't know if this is quite that much, but $100 billion. Didn't tell me if that's the correct information. $100 billion spent on Ukraine. Somebody refresh my memory. Is Ukraine going to pay this money back? Is this a loan? Is this a gift? I mean, you tell me. Well, they have to do something to hold up people. I don't know. I'm living hinges. Let's see. I've heard different numbers, but it's in the ballpark. Okay. I heard 108 billion is what I heard. Or 108 billion. Yeah, it's what I heard. Could be wrong, could be right. But I wouldn't doubt it because, it's always 8 billion here, 10 billion there. They just keep shoveling that stuff over there to them. No, I'm not sensitive, and no one here is sensitive. Enough to cry about the money not helping other people. Fine, let's help other people. What I want us to be helped too. Okay, at first the Ukraine thing was breaking news, breaking news, and it was cool and all this and things are going on. And me and Russia, Russia should have this thing whopped up. I think I was even guilty myself of saying, Russia's going to run through these guys. I think I was on the air telling you guys I thought Russia was going to run through them. Then I also kind of said, well, you know what? Maybe not. It turns out maybe not. It's right. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Where's this money? I mean, is this money coming back? Is it a gift? Do we loan it to them? It's hard to say. All I know is we got people here starving to death, and people here in this country over here that really need that assistance. And we're not getting it. 2023, the election in 2024. You're going to start seeing probably by summertime. Well, I've already seen a few commercials right now, but by the summertime, you're really going to see it. It's going to go all past the next calendar year and just keep going to election time. You're going to see all kinds of elections about the president. Okay? That's going to be the main focus. This guy in there said, Biden said he's running for re-election. Okay. His own people turned on him and said, don't do it. They're like the Titanic right now. He's the Titanic going down, and all these Democrats are like rats. They're trying to escape and get off this damn ship before it sinks. Who they got to beat him? Who they got on the Republican side to beat him? We don't know, but all that's gonna be figured out, and all that's gonna be turned around by the time it comes. So let me see here. Dean says Biden can't run to the bathroom. No. At first, I considered Ukraine a humanitarian issue. Now it's just money laundering. You know what, Dean? That's a good point. That's a good point. Just money laundering. That's a good point. That is absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I can't see any other way. I don't think they're on the hook for this money. I think this is a gift to them. If I remember what they come out and what they told everybody, they're going to help them out, guns. But you see a lot of things went on. It's supposed to have planes, and no one got any planes, and it's supposed to have this go on, and all of a sudden, well, we don't want to make Russia mad. He's attacking another country. He's already mad. Okay, and we ain't afraid of Russia. The average citizen is not afraid of Russia. Okay, not afraid of Russia. We're supposed to be the most powerful, most dominant place on the planet. What are we afraid of? We're not. We gave him an inch, and now he's going on taking care of things because our leadership is weak. I hear people say, "Well, Donald Trump would have did different." Okay, he might have, he might not have. He's not in there. He don't know. I don't know. All I know is the guy in there right now is the guy leading this country, and he shit. He shit the bed. And Ukraine just keep going on, keep going on, keep going on. Now, I will say credit to their people. They're going on and they're doing what they need to do and things. They're doing right. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. And, the three people, a lot of people got thrown in jail, allegedly thrown in jail in Russia. Here's the thing. The amount of people that got arrested and the amount of people they say got thrown in jail, vastly different. What happened to these people? I'm not going to tell you. You can tell your own tale on that, but figure out what happened. So, where are we at? All right. Let's go over here real quick. Let that stuff calm down a second. Do Pimp's Pet. Okay? Pimp's Pet. Now I did some dogs on here, and I did all kind of other creatures. And next week I think I might do something from the Ice Age. Okay, thing with those, do we really know that type of those animals existed? That's another topic for another debate, another time. But I want to do something. This time I'm going to do feline. I'm going to do cat. All right. Here we go. I'm not necessarily a cat man, but hey, it's called Minskin. And I hope I'm saying it right. Minskin. Minskins are a relatively new breed of cat, which was created by crossing a Sphinx and a Munchkin. Munchkin. Walking around seeing a yellow brick road. All right, a Munchkin cat. These are described as a hairless cat with a possibility of fur points that is fur on the tail, leg, ears, nose, and face. That's it. That seems to be it. Wow, that's interesting cat. Look at the ears on that thing. Here you come a mile away. Yeah. Let me see. I don't think it would have happened under Trump. He would have stopped it. One phone call to Russia. Yeah. You know what? We're not having this. No, bad, wrong, not having it. Looks like a cat that Nair. Yeah. Got to get a lot of Nair, apparently. Right? So, all right. This one right here, I want to talk to you a minute. This one right here, I did a lot of where you cross two guys or two women and you get a person, right? What if you crossed Suge Knight with David Hasselhoff? Suge Knight Rider. Our guys are, what is it again? Here's our, what is it? All right. Got my dog in here today and he's acting crazy. Suge Knight, that's right. All right. It's the inside of a flyer, just don't know which one. Yeah, man, you're getting so close. The other day you said orchid, and we'll give it away. Or part of it. It's not an orchid. It's something else. But you are so super close, Dean, by believing that very thing. Real close, man. I'll put it up one more time so you can get. Right. All right. Like I said, we got a comedy show coming up. We got W Entertainment Comedy Vets presents Adult Comedy Show. Now, I say adult like that because around here, people want to know if it's a family friendly or if it's adult comedy so that, they won't show up and, they don't want to be offended. They don't want to hear things. So it forced me to write the stupid adult on these things, instead of just comedy show. Because I do both styles. I got a good clean set and I got a good funny adult set, right? All right, so adult comedy. Raising money for prevention of veteran suicide. March 17, 2023, 9 p.m., $10 person at the door at the Hamilton Bowling Alley, 601 South Hughes, Hamilton, Missouri. There will be 50-50 raffle, drawing, food, drinks will be available. Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda, Roy Anthony, PBMC, and yours truly will perform in there as well. We're in the area, man. Come on by and let's have a good time. And yeah, let's have a good time. Oh, the man said Lily. The man said Lily. Matter of fact, Dean, I think you might. Let me look here real close. I got it stored in my other. Nope. It is not Lily. Not Lily. It's a flower, yes, but I can't give you much more than that. All right. Okay, and let's see what else I got here. All right, the lineup for the WO Entertainment Lineup Network here. Make sure you tune in. In March, Roy's coming back with the Hideout. Okay, he plays music. He'll hang out. He'll talk. He'll have a good time. Just some silly stuff, conversation, stuff like that. Right. So that's the Hideout's gonna be back on in March. And then Tuesdays, Roy's on at 12 Central Time. He Where's My Girl from Roy Anthony Show. And then he goes till noon. Or excuse me, he goes to 1 o'clock. Tuesday, 1800 hours. That's us right here at the WO Radio Show. With myself, Alan, and Devil Doc. You don't want to miss that. Wednesday, we're open. Thursday, Roy again, 12. All right, Where's My Girl? Hosted by Roy Anthony and a couple co-hosts. Right? He goes to 1 o'clock. Fridays, nothing. Saturdays, as soon as Jennifer gets back around, Mom's a Nerd and waiting on 1700 Athen to come back on with 1700. But right now they're they've been on a long extended hiatus. All right. So we got all that done. So we got all that took care of. All right. Well, Devil Doc, he didn't come on with his today. He's not feeling well. He's a stage 4 cancer guy. He's battling it. He's battling cancer pretty hard. So he's tired and can't come on. He just can't come on. So we didn't get the original dummy of the week. I had a virtual dummy of the week, which was pretty good. But yeah. So we got we'll get to our missing persons. Again, one more time, I want to thank Matt Brooks, Operation Veterans Barbecue. Man, thank you very much. I haven't been thanking him lately. I want to double thank him today because he does a lot behind the scenes. He used to have a show on here, but he wanted to be a sponsor instead and just continue on that. We appreciate that, man. We really do. We love you. We love you very much for that. Thank you, sir. Again, he keeps the StreamYard and the Spreaker running. We appreciate it a great deal. So thank you. That being said, it's time for our missing persons. Okay. So let me go down here and bring up the missing persons. Okay, here, and add it to StreamYard. All right. Okay, today's missing persons is Heather May Kelly. Heather May Kelly. All right. There's one photo of her. And there's another photo of her. Okay. Date of birth used for public record is June 18, 1987. Her hair is blonde, eyes brown, height 5'8", weight 125 pounds, sex female, race white. FBI Detroit Field Office, along with the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's person and the Portage Department of Public Safety. Portage. Yeah, that's right. Portage Department of Public Safety in Michigan is requesting the public's help in locating a missing person. Heather May Kelly is a resident of the city of Portage, Michigan, and has been missing since December 10th, 2022. There is evidence to suggest that she may have been a victim of a homicide. Well, that's not good. Any information, if asked, to call the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office at 269-383-8748 or Portage Department of Public Safety at 269-392-5400. 4567. You may also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy and consulate, and you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Okay. Field office is Detroit. You can also submit an anonymous tip online. I don't know why they put that on there twice, but or if you want to submit an anonymous tip, you can do it right now, right here on the site. You can submit it. There she is one more time. All right. There's your missing persons. If you guys know anything or can give her any help, I'm sure the family would more than appreciate anything you can do for them. Anything at all you can do for them. So, yeah. It's almost 7:30 here at my time. I want to thank you all for joining in. Appreciate it. Things have been said, things have been talked about. I'm sure during the week I'll get notifications of somebody asking questions or making a comment. That's fine. Do your thing. Do yourself a favor, make them. You can talk about anything. You can comment about anything. We don't care. Just understand something. You're rude to me, I'm going to be rude to you. And I made a living being rude to people. So I've got paid very well over the years. So all I can tell you that if you're a butthurt individual here, I got something for you. Oh boy, yeah. Something's severely wrong with me. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, we appreciate it. Listen, thanks for coming in, man. Every week you guys tune in, you put up with our shenanigans and a bunch of rednecks on here talking crap about stuff, probably don't know nothing about, probably do know something about. I want to, before I get up out of here, I'm going to go through some of these bloodline, the bloodline, right, we're talking about. And if you got anyone to add, hit me up and add it, please. Denise Maddox added one. That's a pretty good one, right? Yeah, it says cough messing down her throat. She outside of her throat. It ain't Vicks. Here's the one that started all off. As y'all know, y'all remember.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
And pretty soon it just took off. Went to the lady about the deer, which is too long to play. Then sister number 3 about the crickets. The brother about the twins and stuff. But yeah, it's all fun and games. We try to have fun here. Go on. All right, just last piece of information before we get out of here.
A mother and her 2 young daughters shopping at an Oklahoma Walmart. Little did they know that man right there was about to strike. As the mother turns toward a grocery shelf, 37-year-old Sammy Wallace snatches the 2-year-old girl from the shopping cart, holding a knife to the toddler. Here it is again, the toddler now in the stranger's arms.
911's medical emergency.
We need police at the Walmart.
What's wrong?
There's someone with a knife holding a little girl hostage.
First, the mom confronts him, and another shopper blocks the suspect in with his shopping cart. Police arrive, beginning 34 minutes of a meticulous rescue operation. The hostage negotiator works to build a rapport with the suspect, who has a violent arrest record and a history of mental illness, but it doesn't work.
Every time we felt like we could use some of the cues, in other words, talk to him about his family, his job, his interest, he would become erratic.
The team moves in a carefully choreographed formation, a police officer to either side of the suspect.
It's called triangulation. That way we can try to get a good shot if we need to.
Next, they offer him a chair, their goal to stop him from moving, a controlled target. Suddenly, the suspect starts counting down from 60 seconds. Police fear they are out of time.
His eyes got really wide. He moved a knife from her stomach area up underneath her throat.
The police act. Watch the one officer crouch down as the second officer, just out of sight, begins to speak, distracting the suspect, who turns his head to the left just for a second, but it's the opening Captain David Huff needed, moving forward, shooting the suspect at point-blank range, pulling the toddler to safety.
Captain Huff's actions were extremely heroic, and he waited to the very last moment.
Quick thinking by police, saving a lucky little girl who tonight is back with her very grateful mother. Rob Nelson, ABC News, New York.
I want to put this very, very, very candidly, or very politely, okay? Dean Cerny says he got shot, no questions asked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, he had a knife, okay? Now, a knife is a very dangerous thing. It could cut deep, but taking a knife to a non-sensitive part of your body, it's worth the risk to go help that little girl get out of there. You know, if he'd snatched my granddaughter and I didn't have a gun on me, I'd have beat him with a cart. Okay. Now, I don't think he would have did it, man. Just there was a woman in there without a man there. So, you know, you don't know. Mental issues are like predators. They try to take the easy way. Okay. And a lot of times it don't make any sense of what they do. So, you know, I could be wrong on that. No man, one man tried to do something. All he did was try to cut him off from moving with his cart. He didn't have to do anything. I know people tell me that all the time. Well, I don't have to do it. No, you don't have to do nothing. Okay. But if your guy is set back and you don't do anything, at least make a witness statement to the police. Okay. At least get some facts to the case or to contribute somehow. All right. If you're too much of a pussy to save the little girl's life, at least, you know, call the law if that's your thing. But record it so you can have evidence. I'm part of a dying breed. I think there's not a whole lot of men like my ilk. You know, I think Dean's a man of my ilk, and a few of you others listen. Great listeners, thank you all. What we to do now? Nobody really knows what they would do until the situation comes up. I just know that I'm trained different than a lot of people. You know, especially being a veteran. The veteran would have found a way to try to do something, throw a can of pork and beans at his ass or something. You know what I'm saying? In the headshot. You know, get in touch with your inner Montana. Right in the head. Something. But it worked out great. They got the little girl back. I'm glad for the family and everything like that. You know, and I've been wanting to play that for you guys. I had that on file here for a long time. I've been wanting to play that damn thing for you. And I'm glad I got the opportunity finally to get that took care of. Let me erase it out of here real quick. All right. So now, that being said, guys, it's 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Just want to tell y'all, man, I appreciate you guys and things that you do. 22 veterans a day commit suicide, but it's actually 45, and I'll tell you why it is. Because now they're adding in active duty military. And there's another trend starting. There's active duty military who don't want to come home. They don't want to stay in the military because of some of the dumb rules and the mask mandates and that. It was made them get the shot. A lot of them dropped out. Now they're going to start paying these people. Okay. But anyway, the mask mandates, all these petty rules the military didn't have, we were in. Okay. They don't want to stay there like that. And they don't want to come home because they don't know. Some of them don't like the current administration. Some of them feel that, you know, they'd be bullied or they're transgender or whatever the thing is. That they don't want to come home. And it's a bad deal. I mean, you're getting ready to get out, you're getting ready to come home, and there's a lot of pressure. There's an absolute lot of pressure. Man, I was glad when I got out of service. I loved the Marine Corps, and I missed it, so I went back in the National Guard, did 3 years, so I got 7 years total. Right? But it was a pressure situation. They didn't teach me how to unwind. I had to learn all that myself, going to jail, getting in trouble, things like that. There's certain things they don't teach you. But buying houses and all that stuff, they go through all that with you. Okay. Prime Plus One and all this stuff. But our brothers and sisters are wanting to commit suicide before they come home. That's bad. That's bad. So yes, it's 20. It's just still 22 for the veterans, but if you count all the other military things involved, it's 45 a day. Man, that's wiping out several small towns in your area a year. Several small towns in your area a year are going bye-bye through this pandemic. The real pandemic in this country is what's going on in the veterans. I don't know. I can't get to everybody. You can't get to everybody. We shouldn't take it so personal, but damn it, I do, man, because these are our brothers and sisters, man. They got a lot to offer society, you know. And I know the stigma about it for the longest time, about suicide and all this and that. And I'm one of them guys. I'm still two ways about it. I'm of two minds about it. I don't want you to do it. I do what I can to help you not do it. On the same token, it pisses me off when you do it. I think it's a cowardly act when you do it. You don't want to face problems. I've been through that. I'm transparent about it. Whatever. But I don't want you to do it. If I can help you, let me help you. Now, I'm not going to beg you to save your life either. Okay? That's not my role. There's other people for that role. Okay? And then there's people afterwards. The people that commit suicide afterwards. We've had her on the show. We're going to have her again. There she is right there. Tracy Hopkins. There's her phone number. There's her group. Her Gmail address. That's for the families and those that want to talk about after it happened. And just talk. There's no solution. There's no medicine. Just talk. Okay? So, that being said. Now, catch me on sometimes on a bar, sometimes not. I don't go on a bar a lot, but I know my co-host Devil Doc, he's on the bar a lot. Minnie, he's with Minnie and them guys. Catch us on there. Sports Church, you can catch me on Sports Church every Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. We're thinking about maybe changing that time so people can enjoy other things. But yeah, 6 to 8 p.m. Come on there and have a good time and catch us and stuff. Talk about all kind of sports. I do a lot of football news, and right now the football is starting to take off. They've already played the Super Bowl, but now the business side starts. The combines and free agency tags and free agency market and legal tampering period, which is funny, legal tampering. But they can do legal tampering period, and then the draft, OTAs and stuff like that. Before you know it, it's football season again. So we got that coming. Baseball is getting ready to be in full tilt. In fact, I think it starts in April sometime. Okay, NBA is going on, hockey's going on. So if you're a sports person and you love sports, this is a good time of year. You got plenty of options out there. Catch us on Sports though on 6 to 8 here on the W Entertainment Network and on a new network, Vet Revolt Radio. Vet Revolt Radio. Go there, give it a like, hit the share button, whatever. If you just want to be in touch with this show here, go on YouTube and go to W Entertainment Network on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. W Entertainment YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, it'll take you. Wow, every time I pop up, it'll take you live. Or if you want to join and you want to keep track of what's going on with me, Richie King on YouTube. Richie King /Redneck Pimp. You put Redneck Pimp, Richie King, however you want to do it. And I got 2 accounts, but the most recent one's on there. Join it. Hit subscribe. Look at all my funny videos I got on there. I got several things going on in there with my TikTok, Redneck Pimp 101. I'm on TikTok, Redneck Pimp 101. Okay, so catch me on there. I don't do a whole lot on there, but I do some things. I put some light, easy jokes on there that I've told many times over, and some of that stuff. So anyway, catch Typhoon Panda and everybody. One more time. I want you guys one more time to next week I'll have another flyer made for another show also. Back-to-back shows. Anyway, Comedy Vets and W Entertainment. Comedy show. Raising money for suicide prevention. You see it there. It's at the Hamilton Bowling Alley. 9 o'clock show. $10 a head. Come on up there. Laugh. Have a good time. All right, guys. About to get out of here. So, listen. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And without you, none of this would be possible. If you can see your way, please up here or right there. right there. A little tag. Do it on your phone. Donate something. $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever you can donate, please. They really help us out, go a long way. Try to keep things going around here. Yes, I got a sponsor for Springer and a sponsor for StreamYard, but there's no sponsor for this. The internet that I'm using now, that comes out of my pocket. The office I'm in has rent. So anyway, if you can help us, appreciate it. Pass the word around, share us out, get a bunch of people in next time. You are not worthless. You have value. Unless you're a child molester. You're not worthless. You have value. Guys, spring's coming. We're going to get out, get away from cabin fever, get out and do what you like to do. Ride your motorcycles, ride your four-wheelers, walk your dog, whatever, fish. You know, hunting season's about kind of over with. It's time to go fishing. Time to get them poles and the lines in the water, right? Love it. You guys take care of yourself. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp, Bad Man of Comedy. On behalf of everyone here at Network, W Entertainment Network, W Radio Show, and the shows that I broadcast on BV Nation. Check out our boys over BV Nation, our brothers and sisters over there. Love them guys. Turkey season is coming. Thank you, Dean. Turkey season's coming in April. It's coming in April here. And here in the state of Missouri anyway. It's coming in April. I will be doing that. And then we concentrate on the fish and everything like that. Okay. We'll also broadcast on the Veteran Revolt Radio. Veteran Revolt Radio. So catch some episodes over on VRS. So we got a lot of ways to catch us on here, YouTube and all this stuff. That being said, may the Great Spirit bless you and keep you, and his face shine upon you. As I say in my native tongue, Dona Dog Hoy. Dona Dog Hoy. Until we meet again. Usta. Good. Usfi. Night. Okay. Good night to all. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again. Have a pleasant day.